Okay. Yes, top of the evening, man. It's emotion. Shanewz, man. I'm at the desk. Um, I'm at the desk. This is my follow up to the earlier live stream that I did because more and more information is coming out about this active, now deceased shooter of the Park Avenue building in Mid. Come on, what are you doing? Man, bounce, man, bounce. Man. Close that door up too. Thank you. So yes, more is coming out on this shooting. Apparently, this guy was targeting the NFL offices, but as we're going to see through multiple reports, he never made it to the office, even though he did kill an NFL employee. He didn't make it to the offices. He went up the wrong elevator. We'll get to a lot of that content in a second. Just bear with me, man. I'm in here. It is nice and cool. I was out in the elements all day. I came home. I did a quick order. I should be going down to the gym. Maybe I'll go to the gym after I wrap this up. I wanted to get this out the way. While a lot of the information is still fresh and flowing. Let me share this real quick. I'm showing my range now as the content maker, right? Because the people know me for a specific genre, right? Like I just said, I'll be at the boxing gym. So if you know, right? You know the source work. But I just think like always doing boxing content, especially when you're in the boxing gym. It's pointless at sometimes. Sometimes you gotta talk about things that are actually trending. And this right here is actually trending. I want to first off say rest in peace to the off-duty officer who was working private security that lost his life. I see they transported his body to the mosque. Right? Did y'all see that? All the information is out there. All the major news platforms have been covering this. They have been covering it. They have all been on top of this. And that is what is up. Yes, rest in peace to that officer. He lost his life. Tragically, too. Who ran in the building and opened fire on him. And as well as the other security officer. And the CEO, was she the CEO? She was like something of an executive. Nice. As well. But let me share this real quick. Feel free to comment. You guys like the thumbnail? I use a nice thumbnail. Check out the thumbnail. We get y'all up. We get into the motion over here, man. You know my saying, it's cool when they do it, right? That's another thing that I've been pointing out. And they don't like that. The boxing guys, they don't like that. But I throw it in their face now, like, yo, it's cool when they do it, man. I'm using the thumbnails. So, unfortunately, I believe it's 4 victims, 5 counting him, right, that have, lost their life. This guy had it in for the NFL. And if you've seen, Mayor Eric Adams has reported that he left a lengthy note as to maybe trying to explain why he targeted the NFL. He was a former high school standout football player, never made it to the NFL. Now, I started to use that as my thumbnail. I think, did I? Yeah, I did. I'm learning, right? You see my thumbnail? That's just to, do like the rest of these guys, right? Didn't make the NFL, wanted payback, right? And that's not the truth. That's just my for clicks, right? That's what they say. Certain things for clicks, right? But he did have an issue with the NFL regarding CTE and some of their former players. And he wants his brain to be studied. Right? Did you guys see that as well? We get to all that. I'm going to play a lot of that in a second. I'm just laying down the foundation just to show that I actually did do my due diligence and all the research before I even jumped on to speak on this. Another thing that I want to speak on, right? Security has stepped up out there now. And shout out to Bruce Gas. Me and Bruce Gas was talking about this much earlier when I was, doing other tasks that I do throughout the day. And the surveillance video shows him double parking and walking into the building. And it's like I told Bruce, he had body armor, an assault rifle. He was ready. Had they confronted him, it might have one even left, because he apparently he shot multiple people. But just imagine if he would have did what he did in the streets, right? Being confronted. He did all this in a closed environment, and he let one of the ladies apparently didn't do nothing to her after taking down the second security officer. When she opened up the elevator, he let her go. He did not fire upon her. But he did when he made it up to the 33rd floor. He took the wrong elevator, apparently. And it wasn't the NFL officer side. He, opened fire on that floor, striking another person, and then turning the gun on himself. I wonder what was going through his mind, right? Like, we'll never know. But, like, you shot a bunch of people, innocent people at that, too. You never made it to your intended target of the NFL offices. Then you killed somebody on the 33rd floor and then killed yourself. And you drove all the way from Vegas. You know the cool thing about law enforcement? Look how it hasn't even been 24 hours. This shooting took place at approximately 6:28 with the initial 911 call for active shooting. It's not even 6:28 yet. They know the gun he had. They know he put it together. They know people helped order the part. Like, law enforcement will crack down and get all the information Splickety, splickety, split. Now, apparently, I don't know, but from what I'm hearing, those people that ordered the weapon for him, they may be facing something. Yeah, maybe they may be facing something. But he drove from Las Vegas, West Coast basically, across country. He had a loaded revolver. He had the AR-15 M5, whatever gun it was. How many jurisdictions, state lines, federal lines, because that's federal now, right? Did he cross to come just to NYC, Park Ave, Midtown Manhattan, and spray up the place? Just want to put that out there. Well, let's get to a little bit of the actual reports now. How's the content looking? If you're in the building, feel free to comment, man. Feel free to comment. Feel free to comment, yeah. Comments are free. All right, so we're gonna go over here. Excuse me, man. It is so relaxing in here. I'm surprised I didn't fall asleep on y'all. I didn't pull that other guy. You know, one of these guys that do the boxing, they always fall asleep. Okay, look, these are some of the newer ones. I want to get to Eric Adams. See, look, they know some. These are all the news media outlets are breaking them down, man. Wow, this looks like, damn, they get all type of coverage, man. BQ Robots. I'm not gonna play the video. We're watching it together. We'll watch it like this. I don't want to put nothing too graphic. But that looked like a fake video of somebody laid out like that, laid out in the building. But look, see these people right here? I'm gonna stop them. I'm gonna try to
right.
Look at these people right here. That's what I was saying. Shout out to Bruce Gadd. This is Park Avenue, Midtown. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see a lot of people. Just imagine if the police really ran down on him and he opened fire right here. Look at all these innocent people out here. Because when you look at the building, he sprayed that building up. He sprayed it up. So just imagine him in the streets. And then, like I said, the police, if this would have ran down on him in the streets, he was ready. It probably would have been worse, man. Because you know how the NYPD give it up if y'all don't know. Remember Amadou Diallo, 41 shots. I don't even think Amadou had a wallet. So how many rounds you think they would have let off on him? He got a military issue weapon. Huh? How many of y'all think they would have let off on him right there, man? They would have won crazy. If they let off 41 rounds on a man, an immigrant with a wallet, what you think they would have did to him? What you think they would have did to him, man? See, that everybody's reflecting on that. This is the right here. I spoke about this a little earlier, so let's get to Mayor Adams. This is Mayor Adams, courtesy of Eyewitness News 7.
So we're going to begin with the urgent investigation into that in Midtown that left 4 people dead.
At this hour, authorities are zeroing in on a key piece of evidence, a 3-page handwritten note found on the gunman Shane Tamura. Mayor Adams says, based on the letter, police believe the NFL offices at 345 Park Avenue were the target of the shooting. That note claimed Tamura suffered from the degenerative brain disease CTE. and he blamed football for inflicting him with it. He even wrote in his note, "Study my brain, please, I am sorry."
He shot 5 people, killing 4 of them. Tamura.
Yeah, these are the 4 people that he killed. This is the off-duty officer. Rest in peace to this brother right here. They said he was a respectable employee, security guard, dedicated worker. He lost his life. This was another one, a security officer who also happened to be an NYPD officer. This lady right here did remarkable work for this company, as well as a lot of philanthropy work, they said. And I think this is the other young girl from she's an employee of this company. But there is an NFL employee that he also got to as well. I guess they have not released her information and picture. These are the 4. These are the 4, man. Tragedy, man. Like, who would have thought that these 4, like, yo, I'm going to work today. Somebody's going to come into the job site and go postal, right? Who thinks that? Waking up, especially out of, like I said, Park Ave, of all places, right? Park Ave, man. Park Ave, of all places.
Fatally shot himself in the chest.
We have team coverage from the investigation into what.
I guess that's a vivid picture. Because look, they just used that. Remember, that was the picture we just see. I'm gonna stop.
Tamura fatally shot himself in the chest.
We have.
Is that him right there? Does that look like the weapon? They got the picture blurred out. That could be him right there.
Team coverage from the investigation to what we know about the shooter and how friends and loved ones are remembering the victims. We're going to begin with Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger live at the scene in Midtown. Josh.
Well, Dave and Sandra, Shane Tamura did not play professional football, had nothing to do with the NFL beyond playing high school football, but still police believe he blamed the NFL for his problems and drove through the weekend to the NFL's headquarters here in Midtown to settle a score.
Now, look, that makes my thumbnail valid. I just gotta highlight that, y'all, as a content maker. Now my thumbnail is valid. You see what the news said? So it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do. You see what I said? He didn't make it to the NFL, and he wanted payback. That's basically what he said. But he said it more fancy, right? Let's play that again. Look, this is content, y'all. That's basically what he just said, right? Look, let's play that one more time. So my thumbnail is valid.
NFL for his problems and drove through the weekend to the NFL's headquarters here in Midtown to settle a score. Investigators spent all.
That's my thumbnail. That's what I said. I said he had a beef with the NFL because he didn't make it, right? I just added my own source to it. This is the News 7. It's basically saying what the source said. So my thumbnail is valid.
Well, Dave and Sandra, Shane Tamura did not play professional football, had nothing to do with the NFL beyond playing high school football, but still police believe he blamed the NFL for his problems and drove through the weekend to the NFL's headquarters here in Midtown to settle a score. Investigators spent all day documenting the massive blood-soaked crime scene, a mess of bullet holes and shattered glass, and abject terror that enveloped the building at 345 Park Avenue and all the people who work there. A day later, still, none of it makes any sense.
There are many layers of the investigation.
That's what I said. I was like, 345 Park Avenue. You think you're going to go to work there and there's going to be a shootout? Right? Who woke up thinking that? Man? That's crazy, nasty work. But this is Mayor Adams right here. Motion talk, y'all.
Investigation that we have to peel back to sort of get a full understanding of what took place here and what motivated a shooting of this magnitude.
Today, New York detectives flew to Las Vegas to sift through the home of 27-year-old Shane Tamura, who cops say drove cross-country in his BMW to the Midtown building that houses the National Football League. He double parked on Park Avenue, left a loaded gun and ammunition behind, and
Oh, remember? Look, see, I painted my picture already. Look at this. Look, he rode across country. Remember, I spoke about this, right? I'm gonna stop.
Park Avenue, left a loaded.
Yo, he rode across country. Look at this, man. Yo, this guy had an artillery, man. Now, I'm a licensed to carry gun holder. New York State, Florida, a couple other Utah, many states I have. This guy rode across country, loaded a revolver with all this ammunition. That what's the name? Now, when you drive interstate, locally, right? And you get pulled over. This guy was able to ride through many states Mayor Adams said he wasn't on nobody's radar. So maybe that's probably why he was able to just go through all these different states with all this ammunition. Now this gotta be, listen, we can look it up right now, but I'm not going to get into that. Maybe if I do want to do a follow-up and possibly do some reaction to this, I guarantee you, like I said earlier in the live, he had to break all type of federal regulations traveling with this much ammunition through different states, because every state is different. Some states are open carry concealed, things like that. But I know in New York, had he got pulled over in Jersey, he would have went to jail for this. If they would have caught him speeding on the highway and pulled him over and discovered that he had this on him and that other fight, he would have got locked up. He went across country with all of this. He was ready to go to war, man. That's why I was telling Bruce earlier, I was like, it's lucky he didn't get, stopped in the streets when he was walking up, man. This guy was on some other shit.
Gun and ammunition behind and strode toward the main entrance, toting an assault rifle. Once in the lobby, cops say he immediately gunned down one of their own, police officer Dieter Islam, who'd been working security in uniform. And then he strafed the lobby, killing two more there. As a crush of police raced to the scene, Tamura would wind up in the 33rd floor office of Rudin Management, where cops say he opened fire again, killing a woman and then himself. On his body, a suicide note that seemed to target the NFL, its headquarters, on a different floor. The
motive appeared to be connected to the shooter's belief that he was suffering from CTE, and he was an ex-NFL player. Those items.
Yo, more's got to come out, man. Because, all right, he had to be a fanatic. He wasn't even in the NFL, bro. But it also was earlier reports that he did this because of former players. So who was he connected to? What former players? Who was his favorite player? A lot of that's going to come out pretty soon. But who was he connected to that would make you go to the NFL, though? You didn't play in the NFL. You was a standout high school player. You didn't make it that far. But you're blaming the NFL for your CTE. Which is, man, kind of off. Like, bro, you didn't even play in the association. You didn't even play in the league. And yet you targeted the league, man. How's the content looking, man? 4 in the building. Somebody comment, man. It's gonna be over your ear hustling. I know this is a little different for you. I'll be at the boxing gym for a little bit, man. I know you was used to the boxing, man. I'm just switching it up, man. I got a lot of things going on, man. We're gonna be really giving it to you. The same way we've been giving it to you with the boxing. This is a hot topic, man. This is a hot topic, man. And this topic is trending. Like, this is a closed case now, as far as they know who did what, and he is deceased. But it's still an active investigation as to why. Right? Why? He wants his brain studied. But why did you target the NFL? more has got to come out on this. Who were your favorite players that were affected from CTE, baby? Because earlier reports were saying that's why he did it. Right? Earlier reports. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, man?
It's just don't pan out. He never played for the NFL. And so we're still unraveling this terrible shooting that took place in the city.
For hours, terrified office workers awaited clearance to leave their hiding places, finally filing past armies of police and through a lobby littered with broken glass, a place of safety. No more.
You could have the best security measures in place. You could have the best locking systems, the best or ballistic protection, and yet that'll be the day that the door doesn't close right, or you trip, or there's a power outage. So we could take every effort possible, but there is an element of either luck or a higher power or something that will manage how this event.
Yeah. Case in point there, how the shooter apparently took the wrong elevator to a floor where the NFL has no offices, sparing people on the NFL's floor.
See, look, you know, that's why I laid down my foundation earlier. I said that. He did not make it to the NFL floor. He went to the wrong floor. This could have been a lot worse. This could have been a lot worse, man. But then he took himself out, man. Reality probably said it, right? He killed so many innocent random people for nothing. And he didn't get to where he was trying to get to. He was trying to get to the NFL office. He was trying to get to the NFL office and never made it there. And then turned the gun on himself. Had he got to the NFL office, this probably would have been real horrific, man. Because why would you want to go shoot random NFL employees that work at the office? This is going to be a long investigation as to what really was his motive, man. Yes, you suffer from CTE, but why are you targeting the NFL office with their employees? That's probably why they are in Vegas right now. They probably went through all of his records, financial records. They looked through his computers, hard drives, laptops, looked through everything in his apartment or his house, wherever he stayed. Because there's a lot that needs to be answered with this. Hopefully you guys are digging this content, man. Switching it up, man. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, man. I know I'm really messing the game up. Because there's people in here watching. And some of you guys that are probably watching all the boxing people who always come over and watch like you do now. But feel free to comment, man. This isn't boxing. I'm not even talking no boxing. Like I said, I'll probably pull up to the gym in about 20-30 minutes if I choose to. Right? This is a real news topic. This happened yesterday. 10 minutes. 10 minutes would be 24 hours when the initial call for active shooter went down. It was 6:28 Eastern Standard Time.
And harming those where he ended up. There will be plenty of time for the investigation, but tonight is about the victims, the police officer, the security guard, the mother of 3, the young lady just starting out in life. 4 people died yesterday, a vigil in their memory in Bryant Park at 6 o'clock tonight. We're live in Midtown. Josh Einiger, Channel 7.
And that's sad, man. 4 people, man. 4 people. 4 people, man. Now, the lot that I did earlier, some of the witnesses was spot on. Remember, one of the witnesses from the live earlier, he said the black BMW, so he was spot on. Spot on. Spot on. You know they locked the building down. The employees did not go back to work today. They're still doing the investigation. But just imagine working in that building, 354 Park Avenue, and it being locked down. I wonder what time they got home. You know? This would probably be a hot topic for a second or two, man. But there's a lot of answers that have not been answered yet. There's a lot of questions that have no answers. There are a lot of what if, why this, why that, right? I said answers with no answers, questions with no answers. Let's see. Oh, look, that's the gym. Look, they worry about me at the gym. Look. Yo. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be down there. I'm finishing up something right now. I'll be there.
Alright, I'll talk to you.
Yep. So that's the gym. I'll be down there. I wanted to get this out the way, man. I've been procrastinating, but how was the content looking, y'all? I'm gonna go to the gym. How's the content looking, y'all? How's the content? Somebody talk to me. Somebody let me know, man. I am going to step out and go to the gym. 30 minutes, good enough, right? Maybe I'll do some more follows up on this. Rest in peace to all those that lost their lives, man. The brilliant lady, man, from Blackstone, the executive, the black brother, security guard, the NYPD officer, father of 3. I think they said he had one on the way, husband, and the other young lady, man. Rest in peace, man. Their life is precious, man. Life is precious. But this is the source, Motion Talk, man. Media marketing management. I'm going to the boxing gym. Man. I'm gonna go down to the boxing gym. Maybe I'll go live down there. Most likely not. I'm just chilling. This was the live. Because I look at it like this with the boxing, man. I said something earlier in the day. I said I watched for many years people attempt to push me out of being a boxing media person, only for God to make me something else, more than just media. But I watched, and then I came on YouTube and I watched YouTubers with no motion, supposed to be fans, call themselves ignoring me or not acknowledging me, thinking I was doing something. But I just got done covering the last, I think 2017 to 2025, right? Or 2016, 2017, one of those to 2025. Top ranked ESPN. ESPN is done with them. But yet I still rise. That is the second since I've been covering boxing. Because technically, when HBO exited out, even though I tell myself I wasn't serious. How I am now, even though I worked that fight, I was there at the Hard Rock Casino. I really wasn't taking it serious how I do now. Like now, I have a serious catalog. That is why I let other weirdos and people know, like, oh, listen, I'm not like those guys. Don't categorize me with them. Why you think when I talk boxing, when I do anything boxing, they're not comfortable around me? Because they've probably been plotting and scheming against me, but yet still I rise. And they have not done anything yet remotely close to what my daughters, yes, my daughters have done. My daughters are the heir apparents, right? They have a healthy catalog of media work, as you can see. Them, the babies, right? This picture right here should have let you know that I was making moves, man. You should have seen this picture, because it's clear as day I'm working the corner, right? Look at Coach Ream right here, right? But it's clear as day that I am working the corner. You can look at the picture. They say a picture says 1,000 words. And shout out to this hitter right here, Young Bet. He's one of the top fighters. He's gonna be a future signee of one of these major promoters and managers. This kid right here, him and his father. But it's clear as day, you can see how they are looking. That I was working, man. This one right here should let you know. This picture, right? But you guys, it is what it is. This picture right here should have let you guys know who I was and what I was becoming. These are all intelligent, elder coaches and teachers. Al Mitchell, Andre Rozier, Manny Stylus, right? Robesi, Ramirez, Larry Wade, right? Come on, man. This is the work here, man. Terrence Crawford. I wouldn't mind. But I know there are a lot of people up, that do fuck nigga shit. But if you're real media and you have the funds, give me that. No. You have the funds, and you will have access. I think you should try to get out to Vegas. If you can get credentials, you're a photographer, you do any type of real media work, this might be the last time you get to really shoot a Terrence Crawford fight. And this is the big fight, man. A big fight. But hey, what do I know? That is Bud Crawford. Right? I know me personally. But I wouldn't even try to. I know I got somebody right now, my God. I'm not gonna speak about it, but I have a real connection right now. If I wanted to, I know I could make a phone call. And I probably could get some type of access, but I'm not even going to speak on it because I like to move how I move now, because I've watched and I haven't tipped them off yet, but I know a lot of you guys secretly were conspiring against me for so long. It's been shown to me, but a lot of you guys were conspiring against me for so long over content, interviews, telling people not to come on my platform. Like little petty stuff, petty stuff, but it is what it is. And look, it never stopped anything. If anything, like I said, I'm much bigger, larger, with better connections. But how is the content looking now?
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you, all you gotta do is hit once.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimo-Helora. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
This is your boy Jamel Simplify Herring, and I'm with the best in the world, the best from Long Island, the Sauce Talk Podcast. Hey, we doing big things. Shout out to everybody out there in LA as well. Simplify, salute.
Yes, you know the vibes.